What you need to understand is this is not a sprint. It's not like a 100-meter dash that I have to run. Yes, it's a marathon. Only answer for every kind of question that you can ask is practice. Practice, practice, practice as much as you can. There's no good time, bad time to start taking mock test. Only thing is, but a lot of people ask hour-wise, how many hours should I spend for this particular section? How many questions should I do to get comfortable with it? All depends upon you. Are you giving CAT 2026 and you also have this thought in your mind that can a student, can an average student clear CAT 2026? This question pops in every aspirant's mind right before they are either planning on preparing for CAT or they're thinking of doing an MBA. This question always pops in their mind that I am an average student. I'm not a very, academically strong student, but can I still crack an exam like CAT? Let's quickly talk about this. Here, what I've done is all the issues that normally people face when they're preparing for CAT, I've split them into some parts. Let's have a look at it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. Okay. Part number 1 is understanding the exam pattern. What a lot of people do is from their past experience, when they had given some aptitude test, they would think that this test also has a similar pattern. This test also ask the same kind of questions, similar kind of questions, and they are not very sure of the difficulty level. Yes. Number 2 is to develop a proper study plan, a plan that works every single time, but tailored to your level of understanding, your level of absorption. Number 3, to address weak areas. How do you first identify what your weak areas are and how do you start rectifying them? Number 4, taking mock test. When do I start taking mock test and what should I focus on when I'm taking mock test? And the last bit is time management. This is a very big issue when it comes to a test like that because it's a timed test, right? It's not an open-ended test. Or it's not like one question you can take 10-20 minutes to solve it. Not really, right? So let's talk about that. Let's get into the groove of it. Let's talk about the first bit, understanding the exam pattern. Yes. What exactly is the pattern? The basic pattern, everybody knows that there are 3 sections, VARC, DILR and Quant. VARC is your verbal ability and reading comprehension. 40 minutes are given to it. There are 24 questions asked here. Some of them are RC questions, some of them are VA questions. Number 2, your DILR section, which is your data interpretation and logical reasoning section. 40 minutes, 22 questions. Again, some are DI based, some are LR based. But again, what a lot of people don't understand is in the DI question, there'll be a little bit of LR mixed. In the LR section, there'll be a little bit of DI mixed. And then the last section, which is your quantitative aptitude, your quant section, 40 minutes, 22 questions. So these questions together, right? These 68 odd questions together is what makes your CAT. Now with these, what exactly should be your approach though? Are you supposed to answer all 68 questions or are you supposed to select a few, reject a few, or are you, without being sure about an answer, should you answer it and come? Is there negative marking? You have to start learning about those as well. Moving on, developing a study plan. The biggest problem for a lot of people is they know what they want to do, but they don't know how to proceed with it. What should be the first step? What should I move on with? Yes, what if I can get a checklist of it, sir, it'll be really nice that I am supposed to do all of this. If I can get hour-wise split up, I've been asked this as well. I get month-wise, week-wise split, and I've also given you that. Day-wise split also I've given you that. But a lot of people ask hour-wise, how many hours should I spend for this particular section? How many questions should I do to get comfortable with it? All depends upon you, right? Just like the 5 fingers of your hand, not all aspirants are the same. Yes, some take a little longer to understand basic concepts. Some take a little longer to understand intermediate level concepts. Some take a little longer to understand advanced level concepts. Some are already there. Some already are comfortable with basics and inter. They just want to get comfortable with advanced. So because all aspirants are separate, obviously me giving you a plan for it would be troublesome. Despite that, I've given you a plan. What you have to do is tailor it to your needs. Okay. Understand one thing, that preparing for a long tedious test like CAT is not just a smooth sailing. Yes, there's obviously some ups and some downs. Yes, but if you look at the big picture, if you compare here to here, you know that you've grown. That's very important. Yes, what happens is when people are on a high, they start getting confident about it, and the moment their scores drop or their confidence drops, they prepare to start giving up. Yes, you shouldn't do that. There will be a high again. You will come across some lows again, some highs again, some lows again, and that's how your CAT preparation journey is going to be. But the big picture, see where you started, see where you are. Yes, that's very important. Okay, look at the big picture. Don't get worried or don't get anxious about the smaller bits. Start preparing early. Now, for people who had already started preparing, say in the month of Jan or Feb, or maybe even before that, 1 year before that, there are people who prepare for 2 years for CAT. Without considering that, let's say you start preparing now in the month of April. Yes, I made a beautiful video on how to start preparing for DILR in the month of April. Same video is available for Quant and for VARC as well. Have a look at it. Understand what exactly is told there. Yes. Start preparing with the intention of going in the long run. What a lot of people do is, just because they want to complete the syllabus, they sit at a stretch, they burn out. Yes, the moment you start feeling burnt out, the moment you start feeling like your motivation for giving this test is dropping, is when you failed as an aspirant. What you need to understand is, this is not a sprint. It's not like 100-meter dash that I have to run. Yes, it's a marathon. Yeah, if you start running too soon, too quick in the early stages of it, you won't be able to finish the track at all. Yes, so if you want to run the whole thing, you have to make sure that you ration your energy, that you don't lose out all your energy, all your will, all your motivation in the first leg itself. Then when the second, third, fourth leg comes, you have nothing. You've given all in the first few months itself, and then you're burnt out, you're drained your battery. Don't let that happen. Number two, focus on concept clarity. Very, very important. Let's take an example of quant. Yeah. Okay. So this is simple interest. This is the formula for it. This is compound interest. This is the formula for it. You know that. A direct question comes, you can answer it. Now, if a question comes with a slight bit of twist, yes, instead of asking you what would be the amount or what would be the rate at which you compound a particular amount, instead of directly asking you like that, they simply rephrase it and ask you what is the CAGR, the compound annual growth rate. What do? You get baffled. You're like, oh, I've never learned this. What is the formula for this? Don't go to that path. When you understand what actual compounding is, you know that they are the same. Yes, the moment you realize that just the outer part of the concept, if you learn, if you don't go too deep into it, you will never be able to understand it fully. You say that, okay, I'm done with this topic, I've done some DPPs on it, now I'm sorted for that particular topic. No, you are not. Go deep into it, understand it, purely understand it. Don't just understand the question, understand the entire concept. Yes. Next, I've made a planner for you guys. I've already made a planner for you guys. I've already shared it here. 9-month planner, I've made it. This thing says 6 months, but it's a 9-month planner that I made for you. Have a look at it. Go through it. Use that planner. It's a proper Excel sheet that you can use. Okay. Follow that for DILR. Next, maintain consistency. Like I told you, it's not about motivation, because motivation will give you a sudden spike, and then when you hit the peak, you will start, you'll start dropping. Don't let that happen. Remain consistent. Go slow, but be steady. Yes, it's not about moving fast. It's about making sure that you don't fall back. Okay. Moving on, addressing weak areas. First, you need to identify weak areas, right? How do you identify your weak areas? Unless and until you put yourselves under a testing environment, you won't be able to know whether you are weak at a particular thing or you are strong at a particular thing or not. Yes, continuous testing is the answer for it. At least once a week, give some sort of a test. If not a full length test, obviously you'll get tired if you give one full length mock test in a week. Yes, start slow, start small. Start off with 10 questions. Yes, make it 20 questions. Give a sectional test. Then get used to giving full length mock test. Yes. For DILR, the only answer for every kind of question that you can ask is practice. Practice, practice, practice as much as you can. If you can't practice, if you get too tired practicing, or if you think practice I can do later also, now let me focus on the concepts. No, boss. That's what you're supposed to do with quant. With quant, basics are important. The concepts are important. Understanding in and out of the concept is important. For DILR, pure practice. There's only so much of theory that we can give for DILR. Beyond that, it's all practical. It's all practice. The more exposure you get, the more experience you get with different kind of sets is when you learn. Yes. For VRC, the biggest answer for most of your questions is reading. Get used to reading. You're not able to understand language, read. Not able to, quickly read it, continue reading. Yes. This reading is not only important for VRC, this reading is important for DILR as well. This reading is important for quant as well. If you don't understand what the question is saying, what will you do? Quant concepts, quant basics is not only for quant, it's for DILR as well. Only and only if you understand quant basics, you understand your basics of percentages, ratios, averages, linear equations, simple solving of equations, basic operations, your board mass, all of these if you don't understand, what will you do here? Let's say in a condition they are saying that the number of points that A receives is the smallest prime number. Now you sit and think what's a prime number, you sit and think what is the smallest prime number, you say 1 is the smallest prime number, what will happen? I hope you're getting it, right? So you need all these three go hand in hand. You can't separate these. Right? They are all interlinked somehow or the other. Next, start taking mock tests. Don't wait for the right time. So when is the right time to start giving mock tests? Don't wait, man. What are you waiting for? There's no good time, bad time to start taking mock test. Only thing is, what do you do after it? You give a mock test today, you get very bad scores. Let's accept the fact. Let's say you get very bad scores. Now, there are two ways to go about it. One, you start cribbing about it that, oh, I got very bad scores. What do? I start getting anxious about it. Or two, you've accepted that you're weak in these areas. Start building on those. No, you've had a first hand experience now. Start building on those. That is how you will know that, okay, there is some scope for growth, some space for improvement, right? But to understand there is a space for improvement, you have to put yourselves under the test. Got it? Normally people say that when you're done with at least 50% of the syllabus, half of the syllabus, you can start giving full length mock test. What I say is start giving randomly also. Don't crib about the scores. Don't sit and get sad about the scores. You got low, big deal. What is the purpose of giving the mock? Is the analysis of it. Oh wow, I did this right. Really good. I'm strong with this area. Oh, this is the mistake that I made in this set. Okay, now I've understood. I'll not repeat this mistake. Oh, I chose the wrong kind of RC here. I should start working on taking the right kind of RC, picking the right kind of passages, right? All of this you will get only after you start giving mock tests. Start giving mock tests. Don't wait for the right time. Give regular mock test, but focus on analyzing them. Yes, unless and until you analyze what your mistakes were, what went right, what went wrong, what are your strong areas, what are your weak areas, what are the areas that require improvement, what are the areas that require just strengthening it. All these you need to be very, very, very clear about. So maintain a proper error log, start giving mocks, track them, see if you're making the same kind of mistakes. There will be a pattern. Identify that pattern, rectify it. Okay. Increase test frequency as you move on. Don't start giving one full length mock test. You will get tired. By the end of the fourth week, you will not feel like giving another mock test. So instead of doing that, start off slow. Start with 5 questions, 10 questions, 20 questions, sectional, maybe 2 sections, then all 3 sections, then full length mocks. Do it that way. That way you are building your body for that durability. Yes. And the last thing, work on your strategies. That's when you start giving mock tests is when you start working on your strategies. Am I giving too much time for a particular question, or am I choosing the right kind of questions to solve? Is my strategy with the calculation good? Should I be using some other ways rather than just solving something traditionally? Should I be using some other means to answer it? All that you will identify then only. Okay. And the last bit, focusing on time management. The biggest question I get every single time, sir, it's taking too much time, especially because I'm from DILR. I get asked this question a lot of time that I'm spending too much time on a particular set. What do I do? What can you do about it? You need to understand that, yeah, CAT is about saving time also. You have to finish a particular number of questions in that given duration. 22 questions, 40 minutes, that's a mandatory thing. I understand that. But what's the point in answering those questions quickly but incorrectly? It defeats the whole purpose, no? Do you get more marks? Do you get additional marks, extra marks, bonus marks for doing it quickly? No. Same 3 marks per question only. So when the weightage is same, why do you panic so much about the time it is taking? Focus on the accuracy first. Learn how to walk first, only then you can start running. You want to start running now itself, what will happen? You'll fall, you'll start banging your head here and there, you'll fall off, you'll break one of your tooth and all. Yes. So what do you focus on? Prioritize accuracy. This is you. This is you every single time we do an AMA, every single time we talk. This is exactly you. Sir, I'm confused. Don't get confused. This is what you should focus on right now. If you can't get a question right, there's no point in doing it quickly. I hope you're understanding this, okay? So yes, you need to start prioritizing speed, but when? When you jump to the mock test zone. When you start giving your mock test, that's when you start prioritizing speed. Otherwise, during your practice, during learning, every single time, prioritize accuracy. That's what will fetch you marks, okay? So I hope now we've covered pretty much everything. This is the cycle that a lot of people go through. You start as an average student. Yes, you realize you are an average student. What do? Start making a proper plan. Follow that plan. Maintain discipline there. Don't let the plan run amok. Yes, one time there's this plan, next time there's another plan. You try to get confused between those. No, you got one plan. Let's say you started in the month of Jan. You would have gotten a plan, correct? A full year plan you would have gotten. Stick to that, but make sure you stick to that. Next, again, after 3 months, another plan will come because a lot of people start then. So we try to cater to them also. We make a plan then also. What would happen? You're like, oh, okay, this is not this. Maybe this is not the best plan. This is the best plan. You jump. Again, what will happen? There will be repetition. All the topics that you finish there might again come because this is for fresh students. Again, 3 months after that, then you'll get another plan. So don't do that, right? Remain disciplined there. If you're following a plan, stick to that plan. Don't overthink it. I can't stress on this enough, man. Be patient. CAT is not a one-day thing. It's not like you read one night before the exam and you go and write something. It's all about filling the pages. You write big test, you will get it. No. That's why intentionally they made CAT an objective type question, objective type test, right? Where your answer is either right or wrong. That's it. No middle ground. No step marks. No marks for drawing something beautifully, for underlining something, for writing the page number. All that. No marks for it. Okay. Next, overcome challenges. Identify challenges by giving mock tests and then learn to overcome them. Identify what works for you. Once you know what works for you is when you can start working on it. Okay. So continue with this cycle. Keep learning. If you have any questions in specific, anything in mind, don't forget to ask me. You can ask me directly on my Telegram group or use this comment section as a platform to ask questions. We can have a discussion there as well. Okay. So I hope this video helps you. All the very best. Cheers.